Welcome to Nordic Market News. It's Friday, March the 17th. Every week we take a look at the key events in the Nordic markets, Sweden, Norway, Denmark and Finland. The past week has been pretty quiet with focus on the Fed's interest rate decision in the US and the general election in the Netherlands, both on Wednesday. These two events came out in a way that the markets seemed to like. The Fed raised key interest rate 1/4 percentage point, but refrained from indicating a higher pace of rate hikes in the future. And in the Netherlands, the Dutch voted for the established parties, somewhat to the disappointment of the populist right. Stock markets responded to this with modest upticks, but there were also higher prices on raw materials, especially base metals, while the dollar fell and US interest rates declined. Looking at the Nordic markets this week, we can see that the main indexes are pretty much unchanged in Sweden. In Helsinki, the H25 is up 0.9%, whereas in Oslo the OBX is 1% higher, and in Copenhagen the main index is 0.9% higher again, and that's for the week. In Sweden, the winner this week is SSAB, the steel maker. It's up about 8%, helped along by rising metal prices, but also on optimism about President Trump's infrastructure plans in the US, where SSAB has a big presence. Mining companies like Boliden and Lundin Mining have also benefited from this trend, and they are both up slightly more than 4% over the week. The main story in Sweden was the decision announced Wednesday night by the state prosecutor in Norway to indict Ola Rollén, the CEO of Hexagon, for alleged insider trading. Ola Rollén was briefly arrested last fall when suspected for having bought shares in a company called Next Biometrics using insider information. He has vigorously denied these charges. Rollén is one of the most celebrated CEOs in Sweden, and he has overseen a spectacular development of the Hexagon company and the share since he took helm of the company in around the turn of the century. The board of Hexagon and a number of the largest shareholders have been vocal in supporting him, and he remains CEO of the company despite the charges. The Hexagon share has been resilient. As of now, it trades at about the same levels as a week ago. As this graph from Infront shows, the stock share price fell sharply when the original charges were filed in late October, but the share has recovered since then. Over to Norway, where the oil service company Aker Solutions has been in focus. According to newspaper Finansavisen, Halliburton, a giant in the oil services field, is interested in acquiring the largest part of Aker, called Subsea, but could also be looking at the entire company, according to the newspaper sources. Another paper, however, Dagens Næringsliv, cites other sources that claim that no active talks are ongoing. Be that as it may, the market seems to think that something might happen, and the share is up 16% this week and over 30% during the year. Another strong performer in Norway is Kværner, which has bagged a 5 billion Norwegian kroner order from Statoil to oversee an upgrade of an oil platform called Njord A. The Kværner share is up about 10% on Friday. From Norway to Finland, here's another country with a strong base metals and raw material sector. Winner of the week is Outokumpu, a steel maker, makes stainless steel in particular, and it's up about 10%. Another winner is pulp and paper producer Stora, whose R share is up almost 7% this week. The company benefits from steadily rising pulp prices and has received a broker upgrade from Danske Bank during the week. Finally, in Denmark, this week's standout is Genmab, which is also up almost 7% and on Friday set a new all-time high. The year has been phenomenal for the company. It's a pharmaceutical company with a share price rise of more than 25%. What the market is optimistic about is revenues from a cancer drug called Darzalex. And analysts at Jefferies have recently raised their target price for the Genmab share sharply. and predicts that Darzalex sales will be even higher than previously thought. A strong performance was also recorded by a logistics company called DSV, which has received a number of target price upgrades from brokers. Those were the headlines this week. We'll be back next Friday with some more Nordic market news. Thank you for watching.